You all have super typhoid now. Congratulations.
Not me!
Typhoid!
Soda's good.
Don't worry, I'll take cure disease tomorrow, guys.
Alright, so, is there anything else that you guys would like to do for the evening, or would you just like to retire for the night?
I would like to see.
Reef will retire.
Okay.
And normally he would be casting alarm on his room, but he didn't prepare that today.
If it's a ritual, you can still do it as a ritual.
Oh, fuck. Can alarm be a ritual?
Yeah, alarm's a ritual.
Now, before you guys go to bed, they will ask again. Bogluck will ask you again if you have any valuables you want him to lock up for the evening.
I have no valuable.
No, the most. Okay. I only have one thing on myself that would be valuable, and it stays in my coat.
All right. So he directs you to the rooms that are empty, the ones that you can take, and so you can go and have a night.
I could have cast Purify Food and Drink.
You could have. That was an option. Luckily, I'm not so mean as to poison you on our second outing as a group. So
Nice. Very kind of you.
Reef will be ritual casting alarm on his room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you ritual cast alarm, and then
Spool comes out and just
nothing.
Jingle of the bell. I will say, just in case, he is going for the audible version. So if someone comes into the room that he doesn't allow, it's going to make a loud bell noise.
Hey!
Wake up! So you're just casting this on your door, right? It doesn't go out any farther.
It's
than
an
your door?
area, because we discussed this last time. Because I did it then too. It's just the area of the room.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So it's just around your room. Anyone else making any kind of night preparations, or are you all just going?
Does this room have windows?
It does not. All of the rooms are.
I would like to fashion with my bell and a python. If the door opens, that the bell will go off.
I love your death traps. Here, do me a favor. Roll me a. God, what check do I want you to make for this? Let's do.
I like how half the party is like, "Oh, go ahead and go to sleep." No, I have to either booby trap the room or set the alarm.
I'm not booby trapping.
Roll me a sleight of hand check to make this.
That's a lot. That's 28.
Beautiful. What a beautiful trap. So good you didn't hurt yourself.
You didn't python his hand to the wall.
This will work flawlessly. You are absolutely certain.
Another thing I wanted to ask.
Yes.
If it's possible to get one of the second story, because you said it's 2 stories?
Yes.
To get a second story room, and if it has exposed, like cross beams?
It doesn't have exposed crossbeams in.
What?
It
doesn't have exposed crossbeams in the rooms.
Okay.
But yeah, it's if you want one on the second floor, that's no problem.
That was the only reason I would want it, was for the exposed crossbeams, because then I would just sleep on those.
Okay.
Above the room.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So the night passes. Nothing of interest happens to you guys. You all sleep peacefully. And then in the morning you wake up, and waiting in the courtyard for you is your cart with 2 of the shiniest horses you have ever seen in your life. They're both.
He paid for that, so
He did. And Wump is standing there, and he's just like, "I told you, sir. Told you I could do the best job ever, and I really did. I gave them a good washing, and then I gave them brushing, and then I brushed them again, and then I washed them again, and then I brushed them to get all that dust off, and then I braided their manes up so they won't get in their eyes. And then I gave Snowdrop carrots because he was being really good, and I hope you don't mind, but being a really good boy, so I thought that I would give him carrots. And he seems to really have calmed down now, so I think he won't give you any trouble going up the road, at least for a while. And of course, Bluebell's so easygoing. I love her. I do hope you come back because I see Bluebell again. And yeah, all their tacking's done. I washed it all down for you, so the leather's all shiny and the straps are all shiny, and everything looks good, and yeah, I think everything should be fine. And to be honest, I even repaired some of your wheels because it looked like they were breaking. So since you paid me gold, I feel like I had to do an honest day's work, and so I decided to fix that up too.
Oh wow, working this good. You deserve a tip. I'll give him another gold piece.
He does that thing where you like give
Okay.
a 2-year-old a candy cane, and it's the greatest thing they've ever had in their life. Have you ever seen like a video of like a small child getting like a piece of candy, and then they're just like so excited that their mouth opens, but no sound comes out? They're just like so absolutely delighted that they just like toddle off as quickly as possible, so you can't take it back.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He just like opens his mouth huge and then just like runs as fast as he can back to the stables. He's just like, "Thank you, sir. Thank you. A Merry Christmas to you too, sir." Yes, it's all very kind of him.
Is that a tipping situation? It felt like a tipping situation.
No, that he did very well.
I'll lean over
That
to
was a good thing.
I'll lean over to Sonus. What's Christmas?
He didn't actually say that. Don't worry about that.
Why are you talking to me? Get away from me, rabbit.
Damn. All right, so
There's so
Bob-
much hate in this party. Like,
Yeah.
We haven't met each other really.
No hate. No hate.
Look, y'all decide not to share rooms. Y'all don't want to talk when sitting in. There's only
No.
so much that I can do. Y'all gotta
No,
talk to
no,
each
that's
other.
fair.
It's gotta come naturally.
it's gotta come naturally. To
Yeah.
be fair, because of their choices, that's why Reef will not room with them.
But Bogluck is also waiting out there for. It looks like there are some supply carts coming in early, and he's directing them to move the crates into the warehouse. He has his checkboard with him, and he sees that you're all awake, and he's just like, "All right." So security detail is supposed to show up later today, but now that it's daytime, I don't think you should have any major trouble. I'll still watch out for watchouts, though. I'll just know that there are large sections of the road up ahead that are just totally mud and wet and gross. We're going to fix it later this year, but, you know, it's a matter of time, so you're just going to have to deal with it for now. If you insist, yeah, you can hope to find your friends. And if you're ever back in the area, stop by the roadhouse.
Thank you very much for your
Absolutely.
hospitality and the food.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
What if
saw you
could get
hesitate
some of
there.
that to go?
You had the soup, didn't you? It's not really soup, is it?
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
call
not.
that soup.
It was
Nah,
a
it's not-
stew.
it's not soup.
It was a hearty stew.
Oh, it's not stew either. You don't want to know what he puts in that. I know what he puts in that. He told me what he puts in that. I didn't want to know, but he told me.
Oh man.
As
You know
Sona's
what, no.
eating the remainder of her blueberries.
Sona, can I please have one of
Cooper's-
those? I have a really bad taste in my mouth.
So no, you missed out. That was some good stew.
Cooper's
Y'all are
gonna
gonna
risk
feel it. Y'all are gonna feel it in like 3 days. I'll tell you that.
Cooper's gonna risk it and
Oh my
and,
God.
and just go up to the guy and be like, "I'm gonna regret this, but what was in the stew?"
Oh my god, what isn't in that stew? You know what? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell. I didn't want to know, but he told me, and I'm telling you, you don't want to know. You just don't. You just don't. And
I understood that reference.
He's clearly, yeah, he's clearly enjoying your absolute discomfort at the thought of eating something and having no idea what. He's like, you'll be fine, bro. You better get on your way. Get rolling in the early morning to... Hell, it's probably 2 days to Leiden from here, so... You're gonna have to camp out. You want to get through the worst of it. Hopefully get on the other side of me before the day's end, so... Go for it. Get headed.
I am going to give a small handful of berries to Reef.
God. And I start eating them 2 at a time to try to get the taste of the soup out of my mouth.
It was good. It was a good gag. Literally. You should have gagged on it. It wasn't
Yeah.
good for you. Yeah. So y'all just pile in the cart? Or what you-
Yep, piling in the cart.
Alright.
I want to sit
Y'all,
up front with it's been so
Spruce?
long. With Spruce. Yes.
Bruce.
With
Yeah!
Spruce. I want to sit up front with Spruce.
Absolutely.
So just to be clear, who was in charge of the package?
Fuck!
Ooh.
I will give you this one chance for someone to have been in charge of it, or else it was left on the cart all night.
Spruce would have been the one in charge of it.
Spruce would have forgotten it on the cart.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'll be honest, he would have been.
Yeah.
All right.
He was the one sitting up front with it, so he would have been.
So, Spruce, as Sona climbs on the cart next to you, you suddenly realize that there should be something in the sitting. There was a package that you were supposed to deliver, and it's not there now.
Is the package in the back? Where's that quilt?
I don't see it back here.
Package is
don't
not
see
the
it.
back.
Someone wanna go?
Did I leave the? Where did we leave the cart?
With
That's
You,
what I was
you
about
just
to
kind of
ask
left the
you.
cart parked in the courtyard. Like there wasn't enough room for it in the stables. You kind of just left it in the courtyard.
You know, how did none of us see that coming?
Because I was too focused on visualizing everything else in the compound that I completely forgot about everything else in the cart.
I was trying to get a lay of the land as well to figure out if there was performance abilities, but
I was thinking
I-
about the horses.
I was too busy hating 2 of the 4 members of the party.
wow, rude.
Well, good job, guys. You're all so wrapped up failing your.
Shit.
Since it's muddy, I would like to look around for the for some boot prints.
Yeah.
Or
So are you
footprints.
making it fair that you're looking for this?
Yeah.
Thank-
And me?
Yeah. Did you like ask anyone, or you're just
I'm going
you're
to
looking
talk to
for
Luck.
you're looking for boot prints? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to Luck about it.
So as far as Sona goes, the entire courtyard is filled with boot prints.
Okay, that's what I
Because people
thought you
are
were
trudging
gonna
through the
say.
courtyard all the time. Reef, you're gonna go talk to Bogluck about it?
Yes.
Okay. What do you say to Bogluck?
Excuse me, sir. We had a package in our carts. Sorry, one of my party members left it there
Oh!
by mistake, and
Right,
we'd
and
like to know where it
he
was.
doesn't even let you finish talking. He just turns around, marches into the warehouse, like pulling a key off his belt, and he you don't see it because you don't follow him into the warehouse. I'm like, you do, but he comes back out with the package in his hand. And I'm like, I thought this might be important. I thought it was pretty stupid of you to leave it sitting on the seat of your cart, so I locked it in the
Can I
locker
investigate?
room.
Can I either investigate to see if it is the right package, or do insight to see if he's lying somehow?
You
Something-
can do an insight check.
Insight.
I'll let you do insight or perception. Better for you.
Perception is better.
Okay.
That's going to be a 12. Oh no, sorry, an 11.
An 11. You think it's the same package.
Okay.
You didn't get a good look at it. Spruce
Yeah.
had it up beside him on the seat. Like, you weren't really paying attention.
I was too busy trying not to be sick and casting with my runes.
Yeah.
Hey, Spruce, can you come over here real quick, please?
Yeah, sure thing.
I'll ask him to look at the package
All right.
to make sure it's accurate.
Spruce, your choice. You could do insight or perception, whichever one.
My perception's way better. Gonna be a 21.
Yeah, this is your package.
That's the
Like-
one.
You can see there's a little note scrawled on it that says, from Bronwyn to Sister Gorilla. So this is definitely yours.
Can we tell if it has been opened or screwed with at all?
Good question.
I'm just gonna grab it and start walking back to the cart.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to run to keep up with him and look at it while he's walking. Thank you,
You
Luck.
should keep better care of your things. That's a good way to get stuff lifted.
You're right. Thank you.
Do we leave anything else in the cart?
Did you?
I kept all my stuff on me. So.
I kept
Yeah.
my stuff with me.
So I don't think I really have many things.
I don't really have much stuff.
Yeah, my stuff was mostly on me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as you know, everything in the cart looks like it should. You got your rations and stuff.
Okay.
You didn't have much in the cart, so it all seems.
I'm
fine
gonna
to you.
hand the package back to Reef. Like, okay, you keep an eye on this. Then I'll
Sure.
go drive the cart.
All right.
I'm gonna like sit cross-legged in the back of the cart with it in my lap while I try not to.
All right. So you all roll out of the Carnath warehouse and up the high road. And at this point, we will take a quick break because I have food to go eat. But welcome back to the realms, gentlemen.
Yay!
Hey!
We'll be right
Excellent.
back after this commercial break.
So, where we left off, you all have rolled out of the Carnath roadhouse after you stayed the night because the proprietor of the roadhouse, Bog Luck, let you know that the roads were treacherous at night, full of displacer beasts, lizard folk, and all sorts of nasty things coming.
Oh, there
from
were
the
actually
dead men.
displacer beasts out there.
There might have been. Who knows? You didn't actually go, so it's up in the air as to what was actually out there. But you spent the night. Spruce, you got the horses taken care of by a delightful stable boy named Wump, who was more than happy to clean the horses and brush them and do everything you possibly could because you gave him 2 gold coins, which is more money than he has ever had in his entire young life. 3 of you, Spruce, Reef, and Cooper, all tried Gristle Pete's gristle soup, and you didn't die, so that's good.
It was delicious.
Yeah, you had 2 bowls and a whiskey chaser, so good for you. Sona, you went out and got berries instead,
I did.
which was probably a smart idea. You almost lost the package that Bronwyn of Stoneshaft Hold gave you to deliver to her friend, Sister Grayley, in
Almost being the operative word.
Phandalin. Yes, almost being the operative word. Luckily, even though it was left on the cart, Bog Luck saw it and he put it in the locker room for the night. And he returned it to you, as far as you can tell, undisturbed,
What a good guy.
the next day. Yeah, he really seems like a good guy, doesn't he?
Good guy.
So
Buffalo.
you're traveling down the road.
There's no one around and your phone is dead.
As we're traveling down the road, so it's Cooper and me in the cart. I've got the package. Spruce and Sona are up front with the horses.
Mhm.
I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, he's taking a nap because as rabbits do, and I've got my runes in my hand still. And
Mhm.
I'm assuming most of the party has probably seen me have these already.
I'm going to assume.
And since Reef's not really good on broaching subjects, but he will ask Sona if she would like if she has a question for the runes.
Question, what do you mean?
Well, I can use these to I can cast with these and try to have a question answered. Ask the universe, see what it can tell me. And if you have any question, if you have something you need answered, I can ask for you and see what the universe decides to tell me.
I'll keep that in mind, thank you.
Okay.
Someone's gonna lean over to Spruce and say, "Why did he ask just me?"
Because you gave him food.
I know,
What did he-
but
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of spaced out there. What did he ask?
never mind.
Cooper will still look like he's napping and just kind of like direct his voice to Reef and just be like, "So what did the runes tell you?"
You haven't told me anything. I didn't use them.
No, I mean the other day when you checked them.
Oh, the other day?
Yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
It just confirmed something for me. I had a strange dream that left me with some questions. I got 1 or 2 answers. I didn't get the whole picture.
Mm.
There's nothing you really need to be worrying about right now, though.
Very well. But don't be afraid to speak up if ill comes our way.
I think you'll be fine.
It is at this point that you're coming around a bend road, and you start to see pieces of wood, pieces of leather, little bits of metal. Not a lot of them, but large enough chunks that you can notice. You can see that the road here has clearly been very washed out. So off to your right side, there are all these foothills. Off to the left, you see that the mere is now like 5 feet from the road, 10 feet from the road. As you've continued down the high road past the roadhouse, the mere has just sort of been encroaching slowly upon the road. So it has gotten very claustrophobic in the way that it's sort of like the foothills are right on this side, the mere's right on this side, and this water is just run down, and like dirt and mud and gravel and all sorts of stuff just washed across the road. And the brush is very thick.
Are we in a swamp right now?
You're not actually in the swamp, but the swamp is maybe like 5 feet away from you off to the side. You remember that Bogluk said that there were engineers there, and that part of their job was to drain the water from the road. So you think that part of what they're trying to do is they're trying to push the swamp away from the road. But it's spring, early spring, they haven't got around to it yet.
I mean, draining the swamp is hard. I want to ask real quick, does the swamp look anything like what I saw a couple nights ago?
It's hard to tell. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's cocked.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I don't know if I can use these dice anymore. That's a 7.
7, okay. So, here's the thing. Whenever you look into the Mirror of Dead Men, you see that the trees that grow there, they're almost like mangrove trees that you might see in like the Everglades. Yeah. Their roots kind of go down into, but they sit above the water, and all their branches kind of lace together in a way that you can't see too far in. The light becomes very dim very quickly, and so it's hard to get a sense of like what the mirror looks like once you're in it.
So the leaves are sort of canopying the swamp.
Exactly, yes. And
Okay.
there's not there is light coming through, but it's sort of like that dappled, almost like twilight kind of light. Even
Yeah.
though it's the middle of the day,
Yeah.
it's hard to see in there.
Is it like
But
is it like swamp, like water swamp, or is it like peat bog, where it's like just really muddy, unstable ground?
it seems like a mix. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Up near the road, it kind of looks more just like muddy, gross stuff.
Yeah.
But you can see, from what you can see into the mirror, you see that there definitely are patches that look like they have standing water, and you don't know how deep it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can
that's hard to tell.
Can I see any like natural fauna, like alligators or anything like that?
Roll me a perception check.
All right. There it is. I was gonna say, where's my good die? Where is my perception? Okay. Perception. That is an 8.
Okay. You see the plants, and you might see like some small animals, but there's nothing specifically that like catches your eye or anything.
Okay.
Sona, Spruce, is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
I'm just looking ahead to see how the road is.
Okay. So like I said, it's difficult to navigate Bruce, if you could do me a favor, and if you could make a land vehicle check, which if you don't have the skill, I'll let you do animal handling if you don't have land vehicles.
I do not have.
And Spruce doesn't have animal handling, so
Wait, so what? Am I just rolling a d20
Can
then?
I try?
yeah,
Can I
D20 plus wisdom.
If Sona's up there, could she help him and get advantage just in case?
If she wanted to, what
I would
skill
I would feel obliged to help. If
what skill
need
set
arose.
does what skills does Sona have?
Sona does not have animal handling. I can tell you that. She has acrobatics,
I
insight,
tried.
investigation, sleight of hand.
Sounds like the 8 I rolled is all we're getting.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I'll give you. You can also you can also add Sona's wisdom.
What's your wisdom, Sona?
It's a +1.
That's a 9.
All right, so
I have
it
a
is
+4
very hard.
intelligence.
It's very hard for the horses to proceed. The cart gets stuck.
All right. Cooper's gonna hop out.
Okay, what would Cooper like to
Hop
do?
out.
Cooper is going to hop out. He's going to kind of see how deep the mud is caking over the side of the wheels.
It appears that they are just they're just like mired into the ground where they are. It's kind of like the wheels were following the horse's footsteps, and they just kind of like got caught in the holes that the horseshoes were making and just kind of like sunk down in.
Okay.
So wait, is the cart stuck or the horse is stuck?
The cart is currently stuck. The horses are fine, but they themselves cannot just pull this cart out.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna
So-
have to push.
Well, no, I was going to say, with Druidcraft, if I can, I would like to try to create like branches, four branches coming out underneath the cart that turn into like sled poles or sled skis.
So
I don't know if Druidcraft can do all that.
That's a lot for a
Wait.
cantrip.
hold on. So
It's up to the
describe me what
DM.
You're trying to do. You're trying to get plants to grow out of the ground
Yeah.
and make skis.
Mm-hmm. So that
So-
way it would be taller than the wheels. That way it can still glide across the mud without having the wheels getting caught.
So how is it binding to the wheel? I assume these skis are like locking the wheel in place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so, okay, I think I understand. Roll me an Arcana check.
I lost my die again. What the hell? Okay, it's a Arcana.
And while you're doing this, Sona, because I assume that you're paying attention to things, roll me a perception check while he's doing that.
20, not natural.
20, not natural. Okay. Yeah. Even though it's a cantrip and it's difficult to be this specific with a cantrip, especially because Druidcraft is mostly like small plants and things.
Yeah.
You can kind of make a sort of you can produce enough plants that the wheels can roll over them. It's a way to give the wheels traction. So you still have to roll on the wheels. You can't really make
Okay.
sleds, but you can grow the plants up out of the ground to give them like an amount of traction to move forward again.
Like tire chains.
Yeah, like studded tires.
Basically, yeah. In fact, they're like spikes. Like they're like rose vines. So they're like spikes. They're kind of like gripping the ground as it rolls.
Got it.
How do you have Druidcraft when you're a bard?
His race.
My racial ability.
Fair enough.
I rolled a 15, by the way.
15? Okay. So here's what you're seeing, Sona, while they're trying to take the problem, is you are seeing that So you notice all these like bits of wood and metal, and some of them you think were just like left over from when they finished up construction before the winter started. But some of them to you look like they could be pieces of carts. Most of them, though, look like they were traveling in the other direction from you. So the bigger chunks that you find, you can kind of tell from those chunks like which way the carts were oriented. It looks like these carts were either left or abandoned or whatever on their way back. But there's one that kind of stands out to you as having gone the other way. And it looks like there's something lying near it. And it's sort of like maybe like 200 feet. Like 100 yards out, you kind of see this cart that it catches your eye because it looks like there's like some sort of body laying next to it, which all these other carts don't really have.
I will approach. Not telling anyone.
Okay.
Getting off the cart?
Yeah, I'll get off. I mean, I'm gonna make sure like everything's like stationary. The horses aren't gonna hopefully go anywhere.
Aren't gonna
I will tell whoever's closest that I'll be right back.
Probably Spruce.
Spruce, I'll be right back.
All right.
I see this thing, and it looks interesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch.
All right. So you start to approach this cart.
Are there trees surrounding it, like easily hiding places?
There's brush everywhere.
Okay.
So it's low brush, but it's like maybe 2 or 3 feet tall. So back before the roadhouse, there was kind of like meadow grass and cattails and stuff on both sides. But this is clearly like no one's like tried to hack it back. Like this is the part of the road where they didn't get to yet.
I still want to be cautious as I approach this thing.
Okay.
Because remembering what what's his face said, I have it in my notes. Luck said, "I am being cautious of anything that might be hiding."
Okay. Do me a favor and roll me another perception check.
That's a lot. 16, 17, 18, 19.
Okay. You hear a rustle from the mountain, the foothill side of the cart.
Russell? Who's Russell?
That's very funny. It's the side that's closest to the cart. So the cart's kind of off to the right side of the road, and you hear a rustle coming from somewhere over that way.
Okay. I will notch an arrow, but still approach.
Okay. So what do you want to look at on this cart?
So you said there's like this thing in front of it?
Yes, and as you approach it, it appears to be a horse.
A horse?
It's a black horse. It has a white streak across its nose, and it has 3 arrows in its flank.
Ooh,
And they all have black feathers on it.
I mean, I doubt it is, but is the horse still alive?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say this right now. If we take that, that's gonna be better than whatever the hell Gristle Pete gave us.
Yeah, it's very obvious that it must have died to whatever shot it in the side with these arrows. And since you heard something, 2 of the goblins don't surprise you. However, from the mirror side, there are 2 arrows that come flying out, and I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Sweet first combat.
20 not
damn
natural.
it. I'm not using this dice anymore. Fuck this dice. It looks pretty, but I can't take it anymore.
Tom, language.
My
This
show.
is a kid's
It's
show.
our show. Sorry. Fuck no, it ain't.
This is a children's show. The fuck it is!
All right. So
watch your fucking language.
what did everyone else get? So let's start with Joe. What did you get? A 5? Okay.
Oof, buddy.
What? Tom,
9.
just tell me a number. Okay.
9.
I was throwing up gang signs.
All right. And Kofi, what did you get?
24.
24. Okay.
That's the rogue. That's the rogue for
All
you.
the goblins will be dead by the time Spruce and I get to go.
No,
Spruce is like,
because
"What's
I only
going
have one
on?"
attack.
All right. So that's a goblin.
And plus, I didn't think about it when I was saying it. I was just thinking of it more of a scenery thing, but I will be at disadvantage because I'm trying to use a bow at close range.
You are. And that's troubling. Okay. So, what did you get, Cooper? You got a 20. Spruce got a 5.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little shocked I'm not last.
Oh no, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make you look good.
Well, maybe it's better that the casters go last.
All right.
Not if we're knocked out first.
I mean, you could probably take a hit better than I could.
Okay.
I can take one hit probably.
So, 2 goblins that you did not know were there are going to attack you first.
They beat his
Oh.
24?
No, but
That's
you didn't know they were
surprise.
there, so
Yeah, it's surprise
they get
round.
surprised. So one
My
hits you for a 21, and one hits you for a 23.
Yeah, both
I
hit.
assume both of those hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just do the average damage for this. So 10 points of damage.
Okay, I'm instantly down.
Okay. So
TPK, first
so-
adventure.
So you see Sona walk up to this scenario. and
Cautiously,
then-
I might add.
cautiously walk up. And then 2 arrows come sailing out of the brush and just hit one in each shoulder, and then she is down beside this other thing that she was looking at. Next up is Sona.
Okay.
Save.
death saves.
Yay!
Natural 20.
That's a fail.
Hold on.
Okay. That is 1 fail for Sona.
You do the 20, right? Because
Yes, the D20.
I've had other DMs do it a different way. It's really weird. Okay, but yeah, it's still a fail.
Yeah, just do the 20. So next up is one of the goblins that surprised you. It is going to run out, and it is going to see your companions. Actually, it's going to do a perception check. It's going to do.
You know, I guess it's really good that you ended up making your backup a couple days ago, Kofi.
It's fine.
All right. Yeah, so this goblin, because you all are standing out in the middle of the road, it's not hard. It sees you there, and it just like does a little like chant. It's like ah with its bow raised up.
I hope you know it's totally okay if you kill or go for the weakness that I am down and they're very close to me. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, but goblins aren't super intelligent. So.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. I am okay with it. Do your worst.
All right. So next up is Cooper. Cooper, you figured it out, buddy. You got those tires fixed. This situation is handled. And then you hear this unearthly yell, and from around the corner, you see Sona is down on the ground with 2 arrows sticking out of her, and a goblin is standing there, standing over her, like with a bow, just going ham.
1 moment. I have to check my my bunny stats.
Yeah. I'm actually like, with how quickly she dropped, I'm now super worried about a TPK.
Nah, that'll be fine.
Well, it's fine. It's goblins, you know.
That's right. 2 of us have healing spells.
Yeah, you can heal her back up. It's fine.
Does the bard have healing word?
No, but the bard has cure wounds.
Well,
was gonna
that's
say.
a touch. That's a touch spell. So
Yeah.
And I will say you're about 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Damn
I
So
went real close. Well, you said 200, didn't you?
I said about 100, and I
Okay.
didn't specify a measurement just to see how this went.
Okay.
That's fine.
Cooper is going to run to the full extent of his speed.
Okay, and that takes him to.
Are you double moving?
No, I'm not double moving. Just
30 feet then.
30. Well, hang on. That's what I was looking for, is if I gave Puka a different speed. I did not. Okay.
It says
Yeah.
30 feet.
Yep. So, I run my 30 feet, and I am going to cast Thunderclap.
Okay. All right. So how does that work?
Um,
And also, does it reach another 70 feet?
Yeah, I don't know if that has a high enough range.
you create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. How far are they?
Its range is 5 feet.
Oh.
It can be heard. It can be
Heard up
heard
to
100 feet
100
away, but the range of it is 5 feet.
Okay, never mind then. I am going to... Don't I have a crossbow? No, I don't. Okay.
Don't I have a crossbow?
Uno momento. Okay. I am going to instead use use prestidigitation to create a visage of a large, like human tall size image.
That's minor image.
That's not.
You can't use
It,
prestidigitation.
the image for prestidigitation has to be able to fit in the palm of your hand.
Damn it. Okay.
I like this spunk, but no.
Yeah. Damn it. Okay. It's
Can
been
you
a
tell
while
none of
since
us
I've.
have-
It's been a while since I've been a caster. Okay, I've been playing a barbarian more.
That's to be fair. Yeah,
That's
You
fair.
also have
I
never
like to
been
range.
level 1, so you
Yeah,
haven't
it's-
been level 1 in a while.
I also haven't been level 1 in a while. I'm used to being like level 5 or higher. Okay, then I will. Fudge bucket. Okay.
Fudge bucket.
Come on, you gotta do something.
Gotta
All
do
right.
something, man. Taking a while here.
I'm going to pull my lute out, and I am going to start strumming a little bit of a little like a action fight sequence song to inspire my comrades who are not knocked out.
Okay. Which one are you
You
inspiring?
can only bardic inspiration one person.
Damn it!
You can tell he hasn't,
Well,
you haven't played
yeah,
a
you
bard in a while
can still
either.
do it. You just gotta pick one.
All right, I am.
I would
going
give-
To be fair, the bard he usually plays in 3.5, and it is an AOE in 3.5.
Yeah, it is an AOE in 3.5.
I would give
That's fair.
it to Spruce before you gave it to Reef.
Yeah,
Spruce
I'm
would be
gonna Bardic Inspire Reef, or not Reef, Spruce.
Oh,
It doesn't. Whomever Joe is.
That's me.
Whomever.
All right.
Whomever.
Alright. So you bardic inspire him.
Yep.
I'd remind all
Next
people.
up, so one goblin comes out of the brush and begins looting Sona for all of her gold. And that is all that he's going to do. And next up is Reef. So what would you like to do, Reef?
I'm gonna. Okay. Quick question.
Yes.
Two questions actually. There's only 2 goblins right now. I only see the 2.
Yes.
Fuck. Okay. Second, how is the cart rigged up? Like, is it like the cart and then the rigging for the horses on either side, and there's no gap there between the horses?
Yeah. So they're like wooden beams that come out on either side. Yeah.
Could I jump and stand between the horses, cover?
I mean, you
Could I fit there and still do something?
What are you? Tell me what you're
Meat
trying
shield?
to do, and I'll tell you what. You
My goal right now is to jump between the horses as meat shields for my left and right sides, and then
Okay.
magic missile the two goblins.
How far does magic missile reach?
120 feet.
Okay.
I can hit them.
So here's what I want you to do. I
I
want
could
you
do
to
that-
do
I
an
could do
animal
that-
handling check.
I could do that
Oh,
in the
that's fair.
opposite. I could do that in the opposite order: magic missile, and then.
You can do whatever order you want, but you got to make an animal check.
I'm gonna attack first and then move.
Okay.
So I see the goblins looting and shit, and I blast the magic missiles out of my hand. So it's just
Okay.
all three fly out, and since there's only two, I can tell where they hit. Two of them are gonna hit the one. The one goblin I'm guessing has a bow. The one who's not looting her.
Yes, he has the bow in his hand. He was
Okay, the two are gonna hit him. The other one's gonna hit the guy looting Sona.
all right. Tell me how
That's
much
an
you hit.
insta hit because of magic missile,
Yes.
and that's a D4 for each bolt
Be
D4
funny
plus
if they were
1.
always
or dart, I guess.
Yes.
D4 plus 1.
plus
Yeah,
one.
That's cool. The one looting Sona takes 5,
Okay.
and the one with the bow takes 7.
Okay. So the one with the bow, as soon as the two missiles connect, he just gets blasted off of his feet and like slams into the ground really hard. And then the other one, seeing this and then getting blasted sideways by this missile, begins to like start to try to crawl back toward the bush and begins yelling what you assume is Goblin for like help. I don't. It's hard to say. He's just going, "Rah! Rah!" And as he's like trying to like army crawl his way back into the cover.
And then I'll use my moment to try to get between the horses.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me that animal handling check.
Dear God, this was a bad idea.
You do whatever you want to do.
I still add the ability score, but not the proficiency if I have the skill.
Yeah, if you don't have animal handling as a skill, just make it a wisdom check.
Four.
Okay. Snowdrop is not having any of this shit. And because he's like jostling around trying to let you not do this, Bluebell can't help you. Bluebell would love to shelter you, but she can't whenever Snowdrop's acting up. So yeah, you try to like drop in between the horses, and Snowdrop just like shunts you into the side of Bluebell, and you just kind of like, oh god, and then you just kind of like flop sideways over Bluebell, who's snuffling you now to make sure that you're okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to just kind of pet Bluebell on the nose. Just thank you,
She's happy to know that you're all right.
Bluebell. We're so much nicer than the asshole.
All right. So while you're doing that, you see
Hey, I got the first kill.
you see that there are two hands reaching out of the underbrush on the side that the goblin's army crawling to, trying to pull the other goblin back under the brush. Like two more hands reaching out.
It's a very private goblin.
Yeah. And that's what's going on there. Spruce, it is now your turn. So
All
Sonia
right.
is still down on the ground.
Yep.
So
Sona is still down on the ground.
Seeing my new friend downed and unconscious, I'm going to jump off the cart, rush forward, pull out my shield and scimitar, and I'm even going to dash forward so I can get within 60 feet of her. Actually, I'm going to do a full, like, double move, so 60 feet, so I'm, like, 40-ish feet away.
Yes. Okay.
Then I'm going to cast Healing Word with my bonus action.
Okay.
To
Thank
heal
God someone
Sona-
had it.
To heal Sona for 6 hit points.
All right. So Sona, you get 6 hit points back. You're up. You still have you wake up and you have 2 arrows painfully sticking to your chest. Yeah, it's Ace Ventura, but in the shoulders instead of the legs. So, like, you're not having a good day, but at least you're awake, and you're really pissed. And it's your turn now. So, there is a goblin trying to, like, army crawl back, and you can see his friend's hands, like, reaching out of the underbrush trying to pull him in.
How far away are they?
So you fell down. They're within striking distance for you. They're like 5 feet away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll drop my bow and pull out my rapier and try to stab the one that's trying to crawl away.
All right, roll to hit.
That's a lot.
Actual number.
And the number is
17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23
okay. You hit.
to hit.
Yeah.
I just picture Sona like waking up, going ah, pulling this rapier out, rolling onto her stomach, and shoving it up the goblin.
That's an option. You can do this however you want.
How do you want to do this?
So,
Wrong show.
when you were describing that, what I imagined was she woke up, she rolled over with a rapier, stabbed the goblin, and then, like, in like an anime style, like she looks up and you see the flash of the eye and all her face is in shadow. The other two.
That's
I
nice.
also did 14 points of damage.
All right. So that goblin is also now dead.
How?
How 14?
Yeah.
I have
Rogues, man.
oh no, sorry, it's a +7, excuse me. You're correct. It's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
Oh,
That
Yeah.
makes more sense.
You have a +7?
I have
It
a
says
+5. I have a
+5 on your
+7
sheet.
to hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I accidentally did +7 because it's bolded.
Right. Okay.
No, +5 and I rolled a 7.
All right. So that goblin just gets
Murderized.
it roasted. Like it's a nasty thing because so how exactly did you hit it?
I kind of like stabbed my rapier
you-
into its back because it's like trying to crawl away, right?
Yeah.
dude,
So
goblin kebab.
so-
That sounds awesome.
so you did like this badass like anime cane thing where you just like
Yeah.
slammed it into the ground. Now you're on like one knee and you're looking at this goblin and this goblin is just like.
Now there is one thing I want to try. Can I see past them?
Can you see past the goblin?
Yeah. Like behind them.
What are you trying to see? Because they're still hiding in the brush, so you can't really see
Yeah.
into the brush.
I can't see past the brush?
No, not really.
all?
It's really thick.
Okay, never mind
You
then.
might see past
That's all I wanted to do.
I mean, you could see into the air above it. So if you wanted to like pop and then drop.
Well, I
Drop
can't.
and then
I
lock
can't
it?
attack again. I don't have
Okay.
anything like that.
All right. So that one's dead. Cooper, it is
Yeah, that's
now
all I
back to
can
you.
do.
You are 70 feet away from your friend Sona, who is now. It looks like okay, and Spruce is just achieving levels of heroism that you weren't expecting from the laid-back Druid.
Okay.
I was expecting him to have a shield.
Yeah, where the fuck did the shield come from?
He's always had a shield.
I just
It was under the poncho, so he
It's actually just a trash can lid.
He's like the character, like he has like this big poncho, you can't tell. He just pulls like a shield and a scimitar and charges forward. Then doesn't attack and just heals anyway.
nice.
Oh, Spruce, did you use your 1d6?
No.
You didn't need to.
I
Yeah,
had nothing to roll on with.
Okay. Then I am going to use my I'm gonna run and then run again. So 60 feet. And then that'll be my action.
Okay, so you are now 10 feet away from Sona. You're about 30 feet in front of Spruce. As you run up, you see another arrow come flying out of one side.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a
who's that going to?
22 to hit Sona.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
And
This-
drop.
So this goblin
Maybe
hits
not.
Sona.
Maybe not.
5 damage from the arrow
One hit point.
as
One
it
hit point.
slams you into the back. And that is
How deep are these? I mean, they are goblins, so it's probably just penetrating, not going all the way through, right?
no. It's not like running you through completely, but it's like it's hitting
in
nerves
there.
in your back, and it's unpleasant to you.
Okay, cool.
It sucks.
Yeah,
And then
just for flavor, I was wondering.
yeah, it's not like super deep, but it's enough that the arrowhead is like it's gonna suck to pull these arrows out later. And then it's going to attempt to stealth back into the shadows.
Bonus action hide.
So next up is Reef. Reef,
Hi.
what would you like to do? You are laying on Bluebell's back 100 feet from your companions.
Yeah, I'm aware. Can I see any of the goblins from where I'm at?
Roll me a perception check.
That is
Ooh.
18.
18? Okay. So what you can see is in the road ahead, there's a goblin that you can see kind of half out of the bushes in front of Sona, facing her front. And then you see another goblin who's trying to pull back into the brush with like their bow extended on the other side of the road. On the
All right, I got one left. Magic missile again. 2 to the armed one in the tree, 1 to the one in front of Sona, so she can finish it in a second.
All right.
So that one in the tree is getting the 2. Double 4s on that bitch. So that's 10 points to that goblin.
10 points to which goblin?
The goblin in the tree with the bow.
Okay. All right. So that goblin falls forward onto the road, and it sucks.
Just saying, if he fell 10 feet, he would technically take an extra d6 of damage.
And how much? What? He wasn't in a tree. He was in the brush because there aren't trees next to the road.
And then okay. The
And
other
how
one,
much did the other goblin take?
2.
2. Okay. All right.
He got singed while the other one got fried.
Got you. That's fair.
I am now out of spell slots.
I'm about to be.
And
As
then
things are.
I'm going to, I still have movement and bonus action. I'm going to pull myself up onto Bluebell and just lay down and hug her. Like, make myself as small as possible on her back.
Okay. The wizard is taking the coward's way, and as he does that,
Hey! The coward's way, but killed 2 goblins. So
fair enough. So, as he does that, so the goblin that's across, like hiding in the brush, he sees this dead dude in front of him. He sees this absolutely crazy elf chick, who's like dead-eyeing him. And he sees that the 2 goblins, who even he would admit were better at combat than he was, by a long shot. He sees all 3 of these are down. And so he just takes off out of the bush across the road. And Sona, he like flies between your legs and just cuts across the road, and he tears off to the other side and runs
Would
into
she
the
get an
air.
attack of opportunity for that? If since he passed through her combat area?
Nope,
Yeah, but
nimble escape.
goblins have special stuff.
Okay.
And then he runs off full bore into the mirror. And then he's through the brush, and then he's gone.
How far was he able to run?
He's gone.
So the road is maybe like 15 feet wide. You would guess he probably made another 45 feet. And you have to remember that the mirror is about like 5 feet off the road, so you think he made at least 20 feet into the mirror.
Who's up next?
That'd be me.
Spruce.
If we keep going, Spruce is up next.
Okay.
So
Because I do want to attempt to shoot at it.
Okay, Spruce, do you want to do anything on your turn?
I mean, I want to kind of keep getting up to where Sona is.
Okay.
And
You
can
only-
I see the murderous intent on her face?
Yes, it is very obvious that she is out for goblin blood. And
She's
to be
running on
fair,
adrenaline
she
right
has
now.
she has 3 arrows sticking out of her. 2 like out of her shoulders in the front, and then 1 sticking out her back. So you kind of get it.
Oh, but at the same time, never
Who
mind.
besides me is picturing Boromir right now?
She's also.
I got you, Tom.
Immune.
Thank you.
Wait. Are elves immune to charm effects or just resist?
They're immune.
Immune.
No.
Not.
I have
don't think they're
advantage
immune.
against being charmed.
Advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna try to cast Calm Emotions on you.
Okay. So go ahead.
Oh, is this with the poncho?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Poncho of Peace to try to cast Calm Emotion.
All right. So calm emotions.
Call me Mo.
So Sona, what you need to do is you need to roll a charisma save.
A Christmas save?
Yes.
I want you to become indifferent to that goblin that you're hostile toward.
That's a 19.
That's gonna pass.
Okay. So Sona, for a brief moment, you feel a sort of calmness wash over you, but your anger just burns it down. For a minute, you're just like, maybe this isn't the solution. And then you're like, wait, no. Fuck that goblin. And then it just passes by, and it's your turn next.
Cool. I'm gonna
Rip
Drop
one of the
my
arrows
rapier.
out of your chest.
and I'm going to attempt to fire an arrow at it.
Rip
'Cause
one of
I-
the arrows out of your
because,
chest and fire it.
No, that's gonna hurt a lot.
Okay, so
Because the arrow
you-
is still notched on my bow.
but you also dropped your bow.
I did. So I go over and I pick it back up. Is that,
Okay.
that an action or?
No, it's not an action, but you'll have to just like drop your rapier.
Yeah, that's what
Just
I was
like leave it where it is in the goblin, which is dope. And then just pick up your bow and knock it again. And I want you to roll with disadvantage because it is now in the darkness of the mirror, and so it's hard to see the goblin.
I mean, with how he's been rolling, I don't know how well disadvantage is going to help the goblin.
So that's going to be 23 to hit.
Dude, what are you rolling?
I rolled
Loaded dice.
18 and a 19.
How are you like? Are rogues just allowed to use dexterity on everything?
Well, on a bow is a dex-based weapon.
Yeah,
Fair
a
enough.
bow's a dex-based weapon, and if he rolled stupidly high for a dex weapon,
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage then.
Come on, roll high. That's going to be 10 points of damage.
Okay, the goblin takes 10 points of damage.
From a distance, you just hear.
And you hear a splash as it falls somewhere into the mirror.
Great. I feel better.
oh damn it!
Equipment, arrows.
I'm guessing
So-
we're out of combat now.
Yes, you're out of combat. So what would you like to do? You still
I'm
have the cart here with the dead horse.
I'm going to approach Spruce, Sona, and
Spruce.
Cooper since Cooper's nearby.
Mhm.
And as I get close, and says, I'm going to tell them, please tell me you left one of them alive.
No.
Okay, that might be a problem. Because if these guys are destroying carts, going down this road and killing people, they might have taken who we need. And we don't know where they would have taken them now, because we can't follow any of the goblins back.
We can follow the path that the other one was going.
Through the swamp? You think the swamp is going to leave any tracks left for us to follow?
I shot the arrow that direction.
That's into the swamp.
I love it. I love it.
Who's closest to me?
I think
Spruce.
we're all together at this point.
We're all
Yeah.
together at this point.
Yeah.
Hey Spruce, would you mind getting this one? And I point to the one in my back.
Well, we're going to
Go
have
on, just rip it out like a band-aid.
I think you can get it. And I'll start walking back to the cart.
Cooper will walk over. He will grab the arrow, yank it out, and as he does so, also cast Cure Wounds on Sonus. So,
Sona.
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 Alright,
So-
that is... Where's my D8? There's my D8.
Not even a difficult name.
It's not.
I wrote down Sonus. I don't know why.
I don't either.
Sona. Sona.
You get healed for 9 points.
Cool. I'm at max.
Cooper, I would like you to make a perception check as you rip the arrow out.
Okay.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Thank you.
19.
Most likely poisoned because that's
19.
how goblins do. Or
Um,
diseased.
so whenever you pull out the arrow, you see that it looks like the arrowhead is made out of a sort of flat glass. And it's very jagged, and it almost like it's not just a triangle, and it's not just like a wedge shape. It actually looks like it's carved so that there are barbs on the sides, so it's meant to hurt pulling out as well as going in.
Okay.
You said
Like it's meant
black
to be,
glass?
yeah, it's black glass, and it looks like it's meant to be purposefully painful both ways.
Let's
Dude,
do it.
quick, shove it
What am
into
I
your
getting?
heart and become the Night King.
Because I pulled the other two out. How much damage am I taking?
Just roll me a Constitution saving.
You were at 1, by the way.
Oh,
Before
that's a
that,
5 plus 1, 6.
Okay. It's 1 hit point total.
That would have still knocked her out before she got.
It would have.
That's true. It would have, but we'll play it as you kind of were still on adrenaline for the first two, so you
Okay.
just kind of like rip those out, and then this one, because someone else had to do it, you weren't as prepared for when it actually came out, so it took a hit
Sounds
point.
good.
Cut.